Making big changes in 2020. Hello, you all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, you all know from my previous video that this is a wig, one of my many wigs that I purchased about almost 2 years ago. And one by one, I'm kind of taking them out of the box and trying them on. So if you see me not with my own hair, but with a lot of different styles, that's what it is. And I just did another video on that. But I got to thinking this morning about big changes. You know, I think in life, most of us are comfortable with small change, but not so much with big change. But sometimes it takes a big change in life that we initiate to create a very big positive outcome in our lives. Sometimes we can wait on change to happen to us, and yet I often say that the change that we wait on to happen to us often is not the change that we want, whereas often the change that we initiate can often be the change that we want to see happen. And so I believe that if I'm going to make a change, I make sure that I decide that my heart's in it, that I'm passionate about it, that it's truly, truly right for my life. And then I gather as much information as I can, correct information, adequate information, accurate information. Not all information and not all opinions and not all viewpoints are correct. And so I try to find the most accurate information and the accurate viewpoints that I can, as well as I try to find people that have done or are in the process of doing what it is that I want to do or to achieve. I do believe that often in life, sometimes we need to wait. Often, sometimes, I don't know if those go together, but I think you all know what I mean. That in life, sometimes we do need to wait for change. Sometimes we've initiated it and then we need to wait on it. And yet we've initiated it. And so for me, if I want to see a big change happen, I usually am the one that has to initiate it. Going back to college at age 62 this past year was a big change for me. I mean, I stepped into something that I had not been into for many, many, many years. And so for me, that was a big change. And now I love, love, love it. Yes, I had to overcome some obstacles, decide what college I was going to go to, an hour away, trying to figure out how to take, what courses to take. And college has really changed a lot. From how they teach it. A lot of it's online, half in person, half online. I mean, it's a lot of new things. And so that was a big change. And so, I believe that change, the right change, can be a wonderful opportunity for us to grow and to bring in brand new goodness into our lives. And yet, before I make a big change, I always put much thought into it and gather as much information as I can. And yet, I think sometimes small changes will work, and yet sometimes we do need to make a big change to have a big outcome. And so, some people want to make a change geographically where they live. They're no longer satisfied the way they once were, or maybe had never really been satisfied with where they're at right now, and they want to make that change. That's a big change. So one would have to decide, where they want to go and how they're going to get there and what's the best way, to get there and what are they going to do once they get there. And often connecting with the right people, the right resources, the right information can help make that transition smoother than doing it without, correct information or support. And I always believe in trying to gather as much positive support as I can when making a major change in life. And sometimes we don't make major changes. Sometimes our lives are exactly the way we want them to be, and we make small, minor changes in our lives called tweaking. But when we are going to make a major change, I usually say expect major results of some kind. And so we want major positive results. Not all change is positive change. So we have to make sure that the changes that we are making are the right changes and positive changes for our lives. And to make change just to make change, in my opinion, is often not the right reason to make change. I make change because I hope that it's going to better my life and the lives of those that I love and care about. And so I believe in making big changes, gather that information, correct information, surrounding myself with a great support system, and then I step out towards that dream or towards that change. From my house to yours, I hope you subscribe to my page, to my channel, and I hopefully will talk to you all soon again. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.